Welcome back to Treasures from the Purans, a treasure chest of fascinating stories from the Puran genre of Indian literature. The curated stories in this series are from Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, which I have adapted for this podcast. I'm Valentina Trivedi, bringing you treasures from the Purans. श्रीमद्भागवतं पुण्यं नानाख्यानकवान्वितं द्वैपायनमुखोद्भूतं पञ्चलक्षणसंयुतं शृण्वतां सर्वपापघ्नं शुभदं सुखदं तथा इतिहासमिदं पुण्यं Kirtitam Munisattamah. Anybody who hears this Srimad Bhagavatam, endowed with 5 characteristics and filled with various anecdotes that came out of the mouth of Vyasa, finds all his sins destroyed and attains peace and blessedness. O Munis, this holy history has thus been described to you. The last episode ended with Lakshman consoling his brother Ram and reminding him how even Indra's fortunes had dipped drastically and Nahush had become the king of the gods. Puranic stories are like daisy chains of cause and effect, with the events of each story unfolding because of a cause in a previous story. Connecting with these stories encourages us to not judge the events around us in isolation. Hence, the story of Nahush must begin with the story of Vrittasur. Indra, the king of the Devatas, had killed Twashta's son Vishwarup. To avenge the death of his son, a grieving Twashta commenced a yajna to ask for a powerful son who would kill Indra. As a result of this, the powerful Vrittasur was born. In a twist of destiny, because of mispronouncing a phrase, Vrittasur was doomed to be killed by Indra rather than kill Indra. Because of the sanskaras of his previous birth, Vrittasur, though an asur, was a learned and devout person. Following his father's orders, he started attacking the Devatas to defeat them and kill Indra. Unable to withstand his attacks, the Devatas went to seek Lord Vishnu's help. Vishnu said that the only weapon capable of killing Vrittasur was a vajra or thunderbolt made from the bones of a completely pure and holy rishi whose body had been strengthened by severe penance and austerities. He advised them to approach sage Dadhichi, for he was such a person. The Devatas went to Rishi Dadhichi and, appealing to his compassion and holiness, put forth their demand. The wise sage smiled. "The body must perish one day," he said. "But if my body can be of use to others, then I will gladly give it up." So saying, he went into deep meditation and gave up his life. Vishwakarma, the divine designer and architect, was then given the task of forging a thunderbolt from the sage's bones. Wielding that weapon, Indra fought and killed Vrittasur. Though Indra's victory over Vrittasur was hailed by the Devatas, he himself felt guilty at having killed such a learned person. With each passing day, Indra became more and more remorseful of his sin of killing Vrittasur. He was so overwrought with guilt that he neglected his duties as the king of the Devatas and one day quietly left heaven or Swarglok. He went to Lake Mansarovar, where he hid in the stem of a lotus so no one could find him. With the king missing, Swarglok was in doldrums again. When searching for Indra was unsuccessful, the Devatas decided to appoint Nahush as their king, as a stopgap arrangement. Though Nahush was a mortal king, because of his pious actions and penance, he had earned a great deal of merit and was thought to be fit for such a position. However, the power of being the king of the Devatas, coupled with the opulence and grandeur of Swarg, corrupted Nahush's mind, and he grew arrogant. He demanded and enjoyed all kinds of pleasures, which only fed his lust further. One day he demanded that Indra's wife Shachi become his companion. A fearful Shachi went to Brihaspati, the guru of the Devatas, for advice. The wise Brihaspati advised her to ask Nahush to come to her in a palanquin carried by his sages. The pompous Nahush called the most revered of the sages to carry him. The bemused sages obeyed him, knowing his downfall couldn't be far. In his excitement at the prospect of meeting Shachi, Nahush urged the sages to walk faster. Then, crossing all limits, he kicked sage Agastya, saying, "Sarp, Sarp," meaning faster, faster. But Sarp is also the word for snake. An angry Agastya immediately cursed him to become a serpent. And so it was that the king of Swarglok, or heaven, landed on Bhulok, or the earth, in the form of a python. Eventually, Indra returned to resume charge of his duties again. Reminding Ram of the story of Indra's changed fortunes, Lakshman said, "Sarvagyo asi mahabhaga, samartho asi jagatpate, kim prakrita evatyartham, kurushe shokamatmane." O Lord of the world, you are omniscient and omnipotent. Why then are you now so overwhelmed with grief? Vyasa uvacha iti Lakshmana vakena bodhito raghunandana tyaktva shokam tathatyartham babhuva vigata jvaraha. Vyas said, thus consoled by Lakshman's words, Ram stopped lamenting sorrowfully and became steadfast of mind. And how did Nahush get rid of the curse? Well, that's another story. Katyayani Mahamaye Bhavani Bhuvaneshwari Sansara Sagare Magnam Mamuddhar Kripamayi Brahma Vishnu Shivaradhye Prasida Jagadambike Mano Abhilashitam Devi Varam Dehi Namostute.